Yeah, I'm on mute.
I will absolutely post that picture of you guys. It was a great photo. You have great hats. Every time I see you, you have great hats on. Thank you, you too.
Genius George did love his chapeaus. He was all about the chapeau.
Oh, and he rocked it.
Again, the pork pie hat, fedoras, all the different types of hats.
Always looking dapper.
Dapper man. The noise reasonable. Saying hello and helping out when it's needed. It is important stuff that builds trust and makes a block feel like a neighborhood. Instead of just a row of houses, nothing flashy, it's nothing dramatic, just basic kindness, consistency, and a little awareness. It is indeed Miriam's Rogers. Can you say indeed? Sure you can. It's not a company. That was the wrong word to choose. How about friendly?
I don't know why you didn't go earlier, but okay.
Injured reserve. They were hurt in the wild card win over the Packers. We know Chicago hosting the Rams in the divisional round Sunday, 5:30 again. Mike Tomlin has stepped down as coach of the Steelers. Owner Art Rooney, the second, said Tomlin informed him the decision of meeting yesterday. I think they let him go. He coached the Steelers 19 seasons, had a winning record. Bulls not so much. 119-113 loss to the Rockets at the Toyota Center. They host Utah tonight. Notre Dame, three-game losing streak. Big loss, 81-69 to Miami. They're with Virginia Tech on Saturday. They're fighting the Illini Gophers, their sixth win in a row, and they visit Northwestern. It's 97-30. Other college groups have been
Oh, finally a street that isn't horrible.
Bradley edged Evansville and overtook Illinois. Big right here in Michigan. Valparaiso fell in Belmont tonight. Illinois State. This is Indiana State. And we visit the Canadians doing their stand-up routine, their daily dose. Make us smile. It's hump day. We're rolling to the weekend. Wake up.
Oh, hey, Chance. We're trying to get home, but it's not as bad as it was a half hour ago. But man, it's like whiteout conditions. Sorry, I just saw the comment because I'm white knuckling this drive home. Let me see if I can pop it out now. There should be enough battery. So yeah, it's pretty wicked this morning. How you doing, sir? Right now I'm stuck on a hill with a school bus. Whew. Yeah, it's basically visibility. If you can, I don't know if you can, if the camera does it justice, but visibility is, you can barely see that bus, and that bus is maybe 20 yards in front of me at most. I had a similar-ish experience last night. So we only had one event, which was a basketball practice. I came home. I said, I'm going to end the live at 8. Let's get everyone to bed, get rested up, because everyone's been so exhausted. We've been running like crazy. And I'm not going to lie, I popped a melatonin, turned on that Stranger Things documentary, and did a little fiddle farting on a shop that we're creating to load some products in. You got it, Chunky. I was singing along. Homework on the first day kind of stinks, but go enjoy your homework as best you can, I guess. No, I'm not walking on sunshine. When did that start? It started and timed itself perfectly with the morning commute. Could not make that up. It started at like 7 a.m., supposed to go to 10 a.m., and then it's just supposed to be wicked cold. And the problem is, it's like a nasty, blowy, nor'easter, gale wind storm. So I've been hearing debris and everything else blowing against the house, which also means, since this is that weird high moisture content snow, it's gonna ice over real quick, which is awesome. Just so we're clear, I've gone through 2 green cycles on this light, and I've moved 2 car lengths. So I have no idea what these fiddle farters are doing, but my guy, where are you going? I gotta figure out what the hell is causing this blockade. Just every idiot here is going left. Every idiot. Every single one. We're backing this up that far because every dingbat on this road wants to take a left on this street.
With or without you, Saturday, January 24th, we're bowling for the Brave. The annual battle of the Brave, police versus fire, and it is all happening in town and country lanes. And I want to make sure you're there. You can register your team for $550. That's the bowling, and it supports the 100 Club of Will County, providing vital support to families of fallen firefighters. And the top team takes home $500 in cash thanks to Window World of Joliet. So go to 959river.com right now to find out all the information.
All right, now we're moving. And I'm waiting Okay, there we go. Well, Grid, it's one of our favorite games to play. So you already know we're snowing, so we're in a cold weather climate. You can use my accent. You make a guess on a state. If you're wrong, we give you clues till you get it right. Wait, I thought cottage pie was with the goat and the shepherd's was with the beef, or did I get that mixed up? My mother was a right drama. It was so thick it got everywhere. It was like a filler for the walls. You used spackle icing, bud? Mama, because the plows are going to come around, I'm throwing this in the driveway. Also stops any clown from coming around the corner and clipping me arse. Wisconsin's actually a great guess. Michigan's a good guess too. We are in that area. We touch the same Great Lake as those two states touch. So those two states, Michigan and Wisconsin, touch a Great Lake. We also touch that same Great Lake, which narrows it down to 2 remaining states. But those were great guesses. Hundreds and thousands. They're sprinkles, my guy. Sprinkles. See, I can put this on now instead of just holding my hand over it while I get in the house. Holy crap on a cracker, it's cold. It's quite the shift when it was 50 yesterday. Okay, hold on. I'm almost inside. I think it's bagel day. What does everyone else think? All right, there we go. You are correct, Grid. We are in northern Illinois. Nice job. You got that quicker than most people do. I hear ya. Give me a second. Yeah, it's blue. Well, howdy from Texas. We actually have a lot of people in the community that are from Texas. But welcome in. And then the other one next door is beige, but the one that's blue also has like burgundy trim. It's a very interesting combination. It's not bad, it's just interesting. Okay. I need this, and I need this. Turkey. Alright, it's almost bagel time. It is coffee time for sure. And Bot, if you're still there, do you see the shop button now at the bottom of the screen? Because I don't want it on my screen. I don't know why it's there. We don't even have a shop activated. I activated the feature, but we haven't activated a shop. It's kind of annoying. I will say that the shop is 99% complete. And the prices surprisingly aren't bad at all. Now, I don't know what international shipping would be, not to say that you'd want any of this crap, but the pricing's surprisingly better than I thought it would be. And I think a lot of that has to do with when we set up the shop, I made the conscious decision not to increase the pricing, because you can choose if you want to add like larger margins is the way you can, I could phrase that, and I chose to keep it at the baseline like whatever the minimum is. But I was surprised that the pricing was actually pretty fair. I mean, it's not crap as in bad quality. It's crap as in, like, at the end of the day, nobody needs a t-shirt with Efron. Nobody needs that. So what I mean by crap is it's unnecessary. I mean, you need to wear a shirt. Do you need a shirt with Efron the Ghost? Probably not. Do you want a shirt with Efron the Ghost? Maybe. Do you get my logic there? Does that make sense? Because I know I'm going to buy at least one of the designs. I don't know that anybody else will buy that design, but I'm buying at least one of the designs. And I'm fully open to taking fan art and making it part of the shop. 100% fully open to that. So if the community wants to build something and have it added to the shop, I am 1,000,000% down. Now, on a side note, real talk, because I don't do this self-promotion thing very well, and it gives me a good sense of good old Catholic guilt. Does the Costco make a solid shepherd / cottage pie bod? Like, is it a good option, or is it just convenient, if you get what I mean? Because sometimes they make stuff pretty darn tasty, so it's like, hey, why not get their version? Luxuries, that's a good way to say it. We wouldn't say that here, because if you say luxuries, you're thinking something like Dolce & Gabbana or something like that. But yes, unnecessary items. Nice. I haven't had a shepherd's pie in a while, and I really could use one. You know what I like that just absolutely Mama thinks is vile? Is mashed peas. Mama thinks they're like the most disgusting thing ever in the history of mankind, and I love mashed peas. Love them. Alright. It's bagel time. And you want to talk about frosting. Dad frosts everything in butter. I eat so much butter, it's almost embarrassing. And this is the honey that Matt sent me. I never did this until the last bagel. It is delicious. It just makes total sense. I don't know why I didn't do it before, because I put honey on biscuits. Why wouldn't I put it on a different bread? Anchor butter. This is Costco's version of Irish butter. So it's just called Golden Irish. That's what I'm using. It took me a while to convert Mama to Irish butter, but she loves it now. Absolutely loves it. What? You think it's a crime? Bod. I love smashed peas. Or as you call them, mushy peas. They're delicious. But again, I love peas, so I'll take peas any way I can get it. But to answer your question about the shop, YouTube has like 5 different shops you can partner with. Some of which you have to make your own stuff and then sell, like Shopify. So it's your own actual stuff or stuff you've bought from third-party companies that you listed in your own site and blah, blah, blah. This is actually a print-on-demand company that came highly recommended from 2 other YouTubers I know that use them as well. But they're an approved YouTube partner. And they told me to look into it. So I'm probably going to activate it in the next day or 2. I don't expect anything to be sold, but at least I'm going to buy some stuff. They don't give me free stuff, but I have to buy it. But they give me a discount for being a shop owner, and then they give if we sell stuff, I can get like special discounts, like one-off discounts. It's kind of funny. I was reading the terms. No. I can get the brand for you. Give me a second, bud. Our shop isn't live, but the company is. Oh, here we go. Spreadshirt. It's Spread Shop, but Spreadshirt is and here's our store, which isn't live yet, but here's our store. And so, for example, I love this logo. Absolutely love it. So and when I launch it, there'll be like, when you first launch your store, everything's 20% off. Everything. So welcome back, Chance. Do your research, because I've seen screen time with those merch providers on the t-shirts on YouTube. Yeah, I did. So there's like 4 different ones that are approved by YouTube, and this is the one that came with the highest ratings, and then in addition to the highest ratings, also recommended to me by 2 other YouTubers. And like I said, I plan to buy myself so I can test it to see. In addition to that, the other 3 that were print on demand that are approved by YouTube, 2 had horrible ratings and 1 was just in the middle. This one had the highest rated, but it was also technically the most expensive for product, which I think we've all realized, especially us older folks, that you get what you pay for in most cases. That won't happen. And also, how did that get through? I thought I banned that word. Not in my shop. However, I get the That could be something if Mama ever had a shop. She's only at 8 subscribers, so her monetization journey is quite a bit away. I'm sitting here playing with my cream cheese like a weirdo on the internet. Yeah, so the other half I ate with if you've ever seen Matt is Alive in the chat, Matt's a legend. He actually sent me honey. And it's like this little small honey like place out of Idaho, which isn't far from him. And it's delicious. It's absolutely delicious honey. And I've been throwing it on my bagels. I've never done that before getting this honey, and I love it. It's delicious. Oh. However, Chance, I will say, I'm a big jalapeno cheddar bagel guy. And the place by us that has jalapeno cheddar bagels also carries bacon cheddar cream cheese with chives. So that combination to me is like absolutely perfect. It's everything I want all at one time. It's like triple cheese, bacon, spicy, fatty, bready. I mean, if you could make almost a perfect combination for Dad, that would be it. Get the kitchen back in order here. All right, you can just have it. Stay. Stay. You stay. Stay. You wait till I say go. Because you need a vitamin. If you want that piece of bacon, you got to eat your vitamin too. Vitamin. Stinker. Okay. Honey is bee poo. Isn't it bee spit? I thought it was like their spit. Now it's coming out of one. It's coming out of one orifice or the other. But I mean, we're debating semantics whether it's throw up or poop. But all right, I'm changing rooms, so just give me a second. We will return to your regularly scheduled programming in just a moment. Okay. Got rotated, got moved. What am I looking for? That's what I'm looking for. Okay, I'm still here, guys. Give me 1 second. Trying to give something to look at besides the side of a box. All right, there we go. Triscuits. We're just gonna look at Triscuits because I have nothing else to shove in front of there right now. Why I come in to the other room, and I don't know why. I usually have something at least of interest to look at. So you just want a old school piece of paper in front of the. I need to darken up the image so that way you can still read the chat. Bod, do you not have Triscuits? The rugby, then going to York to watch. There you go, Bod. Bod wants that quiet solitude time. Correct me if I'm wrong. Didn't Braveheart sack York? Gears of War or Tomb Raider? Two is when Mama gets off, Chance. You start when Mama leaves, and Dad is still in the thick of the BS at 2. I'm wondering why I had no emails. I'm in my sent box. That's just dumb. Ball pool. Is that what we're talking, like Chuck E. Cheese there? We go swimming a ton, Chance. We are water park and pool junkies. Dad's like basically half fish. Now I know what dropped out of my pocket. Can you imagine the amount of pee in that pool, Bod? Because you know them old ladies with them bad hips and knees ain't getting out the pool. Not to mention, if they sneeze or cough, it's all over. And I still didn't hear Bod. But Bod, ain't that water cold as all get out? I didn't hear back from Bod, and I don't care about the York question. But do you not have Triscuits? Same for us, Chance. We have season tickets to a place called Santa's Village. We actually go there a lot, and they have a small water park with a bunch of water slides, and then like we call it a water climber built in next to it. But they also have the amusement park side, so you get 2 parks for 1 admission. But it's a great place to go cool off and do something in the heat of the summer. Oh, shreddy wheats is probably shredded wheat, which is the cereal, bod, which we have too. That's I eat that all the time because Dad only eats basically what horses would eat for food. Dad loves like straight roughage is the best way I could describe it. Um, and I actually like it. I don't eat it for health reasons. I enjoy it. You're exactly right. It's just rolled up dried grass. This is the cracker version of it. So at the end of the day, the only difference, and I'll show you the ingredients, it's literally the fact that they add salt. Like shredded wheat breakfast cereal is in like a hay bale. This just has salt and a little bit of oil so the salt can stick to the cracker. So same exact thing. Just throw a little salt on it. And again, so we're on the same page. The oil is only there to help the salt stick. Yeah, that's the frosted ones. The frosted ones are okay, and they're a lot easier to find than the unfrosted brethren, because as you know, good quality Americans, we love to add sugar to everything. And that sugar is not always just sugar. There's usually, you know, good amount of corn syrup and beet sugar and anything that isn't actually sugar added to it. I think they do. Now, in fairness, they never made anything. They're just a giant conglomerate that bought out everybody. I mean, they own everything in the snacking game that you can think of. Yeah, I mean, the same company that gives you a healthy, high fiber snack cracker also brings you Oreos. So you tell me how that works. That is correct, Chance. It's wild to think that the same company that brings you Mountain Dew also brings you your oatmeal and your potato chips. Yep, but if you keep it under the individual company, make it a subsidiary and an offshoot, and not actually owned by the parent company, that way, if anything goes wrong, the parent company can just carve them out, let them go bankrupt, and assume no liability for any of the harm, transactions, or otherwise that are inherent or part of that company, because it was run as an independent company with its own independent management, and it was their problem, not the parent company's problem. Not that I'm a skeptic. You are correct, bud. To a degree, that's why I do respect Coca-Cola to a degree, because they just focus on getting you beverages. Now, they're not getting you good beverages in most cases, but they just focus on giving you beverages. Everybody else is trying to own everything. It's just ridiculous. So homogenous. Tesco's for Tesco's. I assume that's because there's, call it anti-competitive situations going down with those being the three main sources of grocery getting for the good folks of the UK. And you guys seem to be gamers. You guys like the poking mans? I don't know if that speaks to you, but that's a little more interesting than just staring at a freaking Triscuit. I you're not going to get a complaint from me. The way I counteract that is I try to buy. You've seen it when we've driven west. There's literally farmers that put out stands on their driveway, like at the end of their driveway, and the pay boxes are even like, hey, just feel free to pay what you think it's worth. And they're legends. So I prefer to support that, and we're close enough to that area that it's just as easy as going to the grocery store. Not to mention that because we're in that area, there's a couple different, and I'm not talking farmers market like people think of farmers markets. I'm talking like farm stands in the city I live in, and all the local farmers, in addition to doing their stand at the end of their own drive, sell their products to them. And so I prefer to buy it there 99% of the time. Obviously, there's certain things in our market we don't grow, like Mama and Son do, like their bananas and stuff like that. We don't grow those here locally, so I can't get those locally. I'll be honest with you, I don't know a whole lot about Pokemon Chance. I got into it playing Pokemon Go, and I really would like to get back into it because it was a fun family event. It got us out of the house, got us moving. Just like everyone during COVID, it was like a fun, easy thing to do to get out of the house, get in fresh air. But we do card collecting, and I've come across some good Pokemon stuff through trades and otherwise. And this is probably one that's on the higher scale of it. I'll be right back, guys. I won't put the be back screen on. All right, I'm back. So ours is mainly on the card collecting side, if that makes sense. And of destroying or getting rid of cards. I don't disagree. And the the scalping game and the third party market has hit everything hard, all aspects. Because my two favorite things to collect are football and hockey. So, for example, here's one of my favorite like hockey cards that I currently have out right now. That's not a price. That was I purchased this in a auction style environment. And it's not a crazy card. It's just a 1991 Pro set, but it's Gretzky, who I think is the GOAT, and it is PSA graded. But then on my stand right now in front of me, I also have a Jordan in a red foil. So I collect what I like, who I like, and we've always liked the Gerardos. So that's why I was willing to get a hold of this one, because we just think he's cool in the game. Just a cool design. So I don't know what it's worth, if it's worth anything. It's just one of those things that's cool to us, if that makes sense. I will say Target's made some advancements, at least in our market. They now limit everything to one box per person. So if you go in there, no matter what you're buying, it's one box per person. So you buy a box of Pokemon, that's all you get. You can't buy one box of everything, because the scalpers were just going in and cleaning out all the good football, all the good baseball, all the good hockey, and just buying it all, and the shelves were always blank. Our card shops have the hobby stuff, which is what people chase after. And that stuff is so ridiculously overpriced that, like, for the average person to get into it, unless you're turning, flipping, or making a business out of it, hobby boxes are insane. I mean, they start at like $300 and they go up to like $1,000. That's no longer collecting. That's speculating and gambling. So for us, we just make a little fun out of it. Nice, Pixel. This isn't usual. I don't usually extend the morning pickup this long, but I don't have any meetings right just yet. And so I'm glad. How was your day at school? And I'm with you, Chance. It's something that I try to teach them every day, that I see, whether it be income, money, however you want to phrase it, as a means to security, not the best way I can phrase it in a fortune cookie phrase is, I don't want to own the world. I just want to own my piece of it. I want my security. I want my sanctuary. I just want my little nook, and I want my little fiefdom. And my fiefdom could be, again, we don't have the Taj Mahal house. We have a standard house that is appropriate for us. We got our vehicles, none of which are fancy. They're all functional. That's what I want. I don't need to show off for anybody. Heck, right now, no lie, just so everyone, I'm sitting here in sweatpants and slippers, talking to you good folks from all over the world. It's a good day. What'd you do with those old cigarette cards, Bod? Those things are worth a fortune. You slept all day in school? I have Elizabeth, the first coin I found, digging a footing, solid silver. George the fourth coin before they went to copper. See, for me, again, it's about the hunt. It's about the collecting, and we like trade nights. So again, we're not big on like selling everything and doing we're big on trade nights. So a lot of our local shops, our card shops and hobby shops, they have what are called trade nights. So you bring your cards in, they bring their cards in. There's no cost to get in, and everyone can just have fun, hang out, and trade with each other. And I think it's cool. The kids all have a good time. Like it's just it's a cool thing. Yeah, I'm not promoting anything here. I've said this a million times, Chance. I will say it again. The whole reason that we're not face forward, even though you can see my eyes right there if you look. I didn't see that. Um, it's because Sons of Minor. But the other thing is, it's not about us. The fact that we're all here, the fact that you guys can carry on about video games and I'm lost about it, I think is awesome. Absolutely awesome. Because those are real connections with real people. It's like going to the local pub. The pub just happens to be staring at a Pokemon card, or sometimes a ghost flipping you off. That's funny. Uh, Chunky was in here earlier and had to leave because Chunky was at the first day of school but had a ton of homework. Chance, 100%. That's why we have a hard rule of no politics, no race, no religion, no nothing. Like, leave that at the door. You want to consume that on your own time. I'm not yucking your yum, but that's not what we're here for. That stuff just is built purposely, to your point, to just rile people up. And it's all about going back to the money aspects. It's all about selling ads. And the more eyeballs they have on a screen, the more ads they can sell at a higher dollar value. And no kidding, going back to it, Bod, when I set up that shop, the first thing they asked is what we wanted our margin rates at. And I set it at the minimum because I'm like, I'm not here to make money on t-shirts. Like that's not our goal. We're not dad and son t-shirt company. We just thought a few of these would be fun, and if somebody wanted to grab one, cool. If they don't, no skin off our back. Now, Bod, that all depends. I made a Keurig this morning. We also have the drip, and we also have a grinder. I also have an espresso. I'm a coffee hound. The one thing I'm missing, which I'm not going to lie, in full disclosure, through monetization, if I ever get the cooking and eating channel monetized, if it ever happens, because again, I've said this and I mean it 100%. Any nickel we make in the YouTube environment, we put back into YouTube, whether it be to buy new equipment, whether it be to do things like that. It always goes back into improving the channels and the community. But if the food and cooking channel ever gets monetized, the first thing I think I'm going to buy when I have enough money is an espresso maker. I do not own an espresso maker, and I absolutely love espresso. So that'll be on the list if that channel ever gets monetized. It's way off. It's only got like 540 subs. And like nothing for watch hours. But if it ever did, 100% chance. And I've been full disclosure here. Most of our lives is just doing what we would do anyways. If people want to come hang out, chat, check it out to take a break from their experience, good on them. We're not here to force people to be here either. But we love the community we have because you guys are amazing. I mean, the fact that the biggest thing I can say to any of you guys, and Pixel's here, Bod's here, you're here, Chance, is the fact that when this started out and we started going live, I will be fully honest, and Bod knows this because Bod was in early when we started doing lives. Our channel had like 2,500 subscribers, but we were so far off of watch hours. And I said, hey, we got enough subscribers. There's probably a community out there, and it'll help us hit the watch hours. So it was to get the channel monetized, but not monetized so we could beg for money and supers and gifts and all that. It was to get monetized So that way the AdSense turned on because they were already putting ads on our video. They just weren't sharing it. So I'm like, why not get the watch hours? And then when we got to meet people, greet people, get to know people, this is where I'm going with the greatest compliment. Mama had nothing to do with this, wanted nothing to do with this, thought it was just a silly venture that Son and I would phase out of. And then once people started coming in, she started talking, she started popping in, she started to meet people. She created her own channel, or had me do it, so she could participate, and she absolutely loves it. She loves meeting you guys, she loves talking with everyone. She has come full circle. That's the biggest compliment I can give anybody, is that you changed somebody that was like bleh, to this is actually really cool, and it is something. Do you guys have Keurigs in the UK? I could see you banning Keurigs because of the waste. Because each one of those plastic cups is a ton of plastic that goes in the trash. I could see that, Bod, and I'm being serious. Because there's a lot of companies here that are trying to transition to a compostable cup as opposed to the plastic cup because of all the waste that the Keurigs have been making for years and years and years and years. Thinking things and some substances made it way worse. It truly is a burden seeing all the oblivious people in the world not seeing things as they truly are. Chance, I'm telling you, and again, we don't delve into religion, but I will say that that plays heavily into my, at least my thought process and my dogma of we are so blessed to have what we have, and that's why we give back in every way we can, from volunteering as much as we can, donating, and I'm talking not just to human causes, I'm talking to like river cleanups, you name it. Plus it's something for us to do as a family. So I'm with you. People are just oblivious, living their own self-absorbed existence a lot of the times. You're hungry. Okay. You're exactly right, Chance. It is. I had a bagel. I don't know if you had bagels in Botswana, but it filled the hole for me. But I had it with honey, cream cheese, and enough butter to choke a horse. So you do have the. You can't get melatonin, but you got K cups that just decimate landfills. Something seems wrong about that, Bod. Because I can tell you right now, I rocked that melatonin last night. What the heck? Where'd that just go? Sorry, I'm simultaneously doing emails and talking to you good folks, and I somehow just lost an email. I don't know how. Which is weird. Okay, there we go. It's back. Okay, bowl cereal is always a good standby, or a PBJ. You gotta go with the PBJ. 4 or 5 times, huh? The way I do it, chances I have the old school one, which only has 2 settings, and so the way I do it is I use the same pod, and by 2 settings I mean 2 cup sizes. So I use a travel mug and I use the same pod to make one giant cup. So I just run it through twice on one, and then I toss it. When Mama's home, Mama makes the full pot because I usually drink 2 Keurigs a day. If I made a full pot for myself, I'd drink a full pot, and that's way too much coffee for one person in one day. It just is. It's not good for you. It's too much caffeine. Spam and eggs. Bod, you... oh, Chance said that. I was like, Bod, you're a spam and eggs guy? Grilled cheese sandwich sounds good, Pixel. Yeah, you're in the afternoon. I forgot about that. So, yeah, grilled cheese. PBJ, yeah, that's my go-to. Whenever I'm hungry and I can't figure it out, It's either PBJ or it's cottage cheese and tater chips. I'm not kidding you. And I take the chips and I use my cottage cheese as a dip. It's one of those two things, 100% of the time. So are you a big spam and eggs guy, Chance? Because son really wants to try spam, and we bought him, like, they sell the individual slices. And every time I told him I'd fry him up some spam to try his slices, he's always like, yeah, maybe tomorrow, maybe tomorrow. But he really wants to try it. It's hilarious. I don't understand wanting to try it, but then being like, yeah, no. So I think he keeps psyching himself out of it. Oh, spam ain't expensive here, Bod, and it is considered like not a luxury food at all here. It's a staple in Hawaii. So if you go to Hawaii, it's everywhere and on everything. Not that I've been to Hawaii. However, I used to work with several Hawaiians. I don't know how they all ended up at my job, but they always brought in stuff they made from home. And so I got to try like homemade poi. I got to try all their different dishes, and about I'm not kidding you, about 50% of their dishes are served with spam. And they always told me that even if it's not served with spam, you can you can substitute whatever like other protein you were using with spam, and it would be not only authentic but completely acceptable, totally fine, and almost preferred. That's the way I want to make it for son. My mom makes a pasta salad that has spam in it. That's actually pretty solid. It's also got Velveeta, which is basically at this point really expensive, but basically government cheese. Not gonna lie to you. I've had a spam sushi roll. I have actually had that, Bod, at a sushi place near us because Dad is a big anti-fish guy. I've tried it. I've done that dance. I just do not like. I have yet to meet a fish flavor or texture that I find enjoyable. So I do like sushi a lot though, and I just do vegetarian rolls. And in doing as such, you can also get them with spam a lot of the times. I know it no longer makes it vegetarian, but you can do spam instead of fish, and I've done that, and I enjoy it. Appreciate you, Pixel. Take care. Welcome in, Abraham. How are you, sir? Yeah, I think there's, people have obviously changed that acronym to several things over the years. But I think I do know there's an official one. If somebody's got the Google machine, usually Bod's pretty good pulling up the Google machine and, or as he calls it, Uncle Google, and seeing what the official take is. I'm doing all right, Abraham. Thanks for asking. I'm gonna have to go in a couple minutes. I know Chance is thinking about hopping in the shower, zoning out to some video games. I need to fully focus on work, and I got a call back to make that I got to do here. But we got a few minutes left before I have to do that. So basically, like 10 minutes. Like 10 minutes. So, Chance, are you a coffee guy too then? And if you are a coffee guy, do you get coffee a lot at work? And if you do, This is like a 3-part question. Are you allowed to just go take as many like cups as you want? Doesn't officially stand for anything, but it's widely believed to be the spiced ham. It makes sense. Today's 9 days, and we're going to. Ooh, I'm gonna butcher this one. Okay, bear with me. Kutea. Number 1, Kutea. Number 2, Kutaya. Chance, I will definitely let him know. And he's very good at acknowledging Matt and Tara for whatever reason. I don't know why. Son's unique. However, if you could get Mama to try spam, that's where you'd become an absolute goated legend. Means a person's forehead. See, she's just lurking. She's absolutely just lurking. Huh. It's interesting, Bod. Bod, I also learned something new, and I don't know if I asked you this before, because again, I watched those 2 goofballs that are really too obsessed with the United States. You know how I say all the time to you, you call me mate a lot, and I say, welcome in, sir. I recently found out that in the UK, that's like never done. You never call somebody sir or ma'am. And I assume it has something to do with when you're knighted, you're called sir or something along those lines. Correct me if I'm wrong. But they, in their videos, they talk about stuff they learned in the States as being a Brit, and then they talk about stuff that Americans should know if they ever visit the UK. Specific coffee, creamer for a drink. If absolutely necessary, I can drink it black. Oh, I love black coffee. I'm not one of those judgmental guys that's like, any guy that puts anything in his coffee is a wimp. I just love black coffee. Knocked by the old bill. Okay, I need a translator on that one. What does getting knocked by the old bill mean, Bod? Okay, even if you changed it to nicked by the old bill, what does that mean? I give you the energy drink Chance. The problem I have with energy drinks, I like them too much. And if I drink them, I have to really pace myself because they can ultimately end up very negatively impacting my sleep schedule and very quickly impacting it. Ah, okay. So that is true that the sir and ma'am is not. Does it have anything to do with the being made a being knighted or being made a dame? Or is it just not a common saying? Chance, there's certain times where I completely agree. They also do this thing where they say they wash their dishes, and in the UK, people don't rinse their dishes off. They just let the soapy dishes drip off with the soap. They don't rinse the soapy water off, and I'm like, shenanigans. That's an absolute lie. That there's no shot that that's real. They would have the trots 24/7. Okay, see? That's why Bod is my source of truth. And that's why you can't believe everything you hear, see, or read on the internet. And that's why I always like to check my sources. I will say there's one person that I can tell you can believe implicitly. And Mama's here to back it. She will check me at any point that I say something that's talking out my backside. 2 rules. A, I don't say it unless it's true. And B, I'm like Ramses. If I say it, it will happen. So let it be written. So let it be done. Welcome in, Matt. Hey, that's a fancy PFP you got. I like it. So when you're delivering your fancy schmancy furniture, Bod, your posh furniture, do you say sir and ma'am when you go in? Then went to Nas, which is really good. I haven't had a Nas in years, not gonna lie. Now I mostly drink Red Bull. I thought Red Bull tasted like perfume at first, but I get used to it. Acquired taste, I guess. It is an acquired taste. I will tell you that. Oh, that's high on the list. If Mama's still here, Mama will tell you. There's certain like definitive sayings that Dad has. No, the one that drives her the most nuts is I said what I meant and I meant what I said. Um, and I tell son all the time, a man comes in this world with two things, his name and his. So you better learn to respect them both. Because if you don't, you'll get yourself in trouble either way. Then, so let it be written, so let it be done. Got 2 ears, 1 mouth, use them accordingly. Yeah, I have several, but the one Mom hates the most is I said what I meant and I meant what I said. She actually likes the so let it be written, so let it be done, because she knows if I say it, it's going to happen. If it's something like, hey, I'm going to fix this, she's like, yeah, it's going to happen. So that one she actually likes quite a bit. So how's your day going so far, Matt? I do love that PFP. It's in the shop, Matt. I want to show you real quick. Let's go back to the designs. If you're still here, Matt, look at it. You can get it on a coffee cup. Dang it, I gotta move the mouse. And that the one that confuses everyone, Chance, is the bless your heart. I like PSP. What is that an energy drink, Abraham? And Mama just lurking back there. See, when Mama doesn't check me on what I'm saying, she knows I'm true. Later's me, oh. Sign of endearment. No worries. Yes, I'm going to wrap it here. It is 9:30, but I'm waiting for Abraham to confirm if PSP is a. Matt, it's not live yet. It's not live yet. I'm still finalizing a few things, and then I'll be launching it soon. But yeah, there'll be a ton of trinkets and stuff. PSP. So, Sony's console. All right, makes more sense. All right, guys, I gotta go. I gotta focus on work. I appreciate you. You guys are legends. Bod, enjoy your day off. Chance, enjoy your video gaming before work. And everybody else, Pixel, enjoy your break from school. Hope you enjoyed. Why? Meaning, why am I leaving? I got to work. So I've pushed it too long. I got calls I got to make. So, Matt, enjoy your physical therapy. We'll catch up later. But we will be back later. Abraham, I don't know if we'll catch you later, but hopefully we catch you in the next few days. But we will be around on the weekends, which more coincide with your timing. So, in the interim, like I always say, the best way you can support the channel, and I haven't said this forever, watch some long-form video from start to finish, boop the like button, leave a comment, let the ads share the the glory. Nobody has to pay us directly. So appreciate you guys. You guys have a great one. I will. Oh, I know what it means, Chance. That's why it cracks me up. Oh, bless his heart. So you guys take care. Have a great one. I'll see you tonight. All our best.